What do you say?
What's up, Jacob?
I said I think we're having some tech issues right here.
What's going on?
What's wrong?
Can you hear me? You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. Yes, sir. Can you guys hear us in the chat? Can you hear both of us? Internet got a little choppy is what it said. All right, got it. Hopefully it'll clean itself up here in a second.
He says he can hear us, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, we got a pick in.
Yes, we do.
The Indianapolis Colts. The pick is in. Ohio State defensive end JT Tuimoloau. Help me out here, guys. Come on. I'm not the only one.
I've said Tuimoloau the entire time, but it's probably
Tuimoloau. I'll go with that.
There you go. So again,
Goes
Edge,
to the Colts.
Edge starting to go on a run here.
Wow, Prince just called that.
Oh, yeah.
So Tuimoloau on our board significantly lower than 3 other edge defenders. Really interesting. But we did highlight him because can't remember, somebody asked us about it or something. We went through and looked at his profile, and he was very, very interesting. Very interesting process. I think he's going to be a good football player. That's a good pickup for the Colts, for sure.
Yeah. All right. What are you guys thinking? Right now, I'm still, for some reason, I'm gravitating towards Landon Jackson as the Packers pick.
I can see it. For me, if you're asking what I want, I think at 54, I know people are not going to like this. I would want Will Johnson or Savon Rebel, right? However, Trey Amos seems like the most likely pick. Hopefully he does not go before they pick. Trey Amos would be – you guys remember at that pro day how it was reported over and over and over Green Bay were all over him at the pro day?
Yep.
So I could see him.
I'm honestly just trying not to jinx it. I don't even want to say his name, but you highlighted him. I'm like, oh, no. Jason agrees. He says Trey Amos would be amazing. It really would. I really don't think that my theory of the Packers going back-to-back wide receiver is going to be a thing here. But, if it was, I love this grouping right here between Trey Harris, Jack Bech, and Jalen Royals. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I think it's more along the lines of what Prince is saying. Either Landon Jackson, Birch, Swinson. Swinson would be an interesting pick.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about Scorton? That's another one I haven't given much credit or much research into. Nick Scorton out of A&M.
Nick Scorton, man, there's a lot of people that like him. We got him in the 34 spot. Threshold, Senior Bowl participant, captain of the team. PFF, he was better in 23 than he was 24. PFF Big Board at the end of the football season had him at 10th. Consensus Big Board had him 17. Daniel Jeremiah had him 24. 33rd team had him 22nd. Dane Brugler had him 53. He had a 5-point bonus from Greg Cosell as well. So I really like Nick Scorton. I think Nick Scorton was the guy, Jacob, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it was Nick Scorton that played for Purdue and led the Big Ten in sacks and then transferred to Texas A&M. I could be wrong there.
I think that the Rams may have just taken the tight end Ferguson from
Terrence Ferguson, is that right?
I believe so.
Yep. That's what we're showing here too. The Rams with the 46th pick has selected Oregon tight end Terrence Ferguson. So there you go. Sean McVay will have a blast with him, no doubt. So we get another tight end off the board.
That's interesting because
we had several tight ends above him, but it's always a wild card whenever you got a guy that's got that kind of athletic profile, right? I mean, he obviously crushed the combine and everything. Senior Bowl, threshold, everything was a fit for the Packers. But again, I'm okay with them not taking a tight end crazy early,
Yeah.
If it's the right tight end, no problem.
Yeah, and I remember hearing Daniel Jeremiah talk about how tight ends are kind of the hardest position group to really knock in and hone where they're going to go because they're so offense specific. Whether or not you want to inline or somebody you can split out, somebody that you want to have more as a blocking versus a catching tight end, and it's more of just a preference thing. And he did actually say that he could see certain teams falling absolutely in love with Ferguson and taking them a lot faster or a lot quicker, higher than a lot of other teams would. So it makes a little sense.
Somebody's asking here, where is Tate Ratledge on our board? Tate Ratledge is in the 61 spot on our board. Senior Bowl participant, captain, athletic threshold, RAS is a 9+. I could totally see him being the pick at 54 too. I know many Packer fans don't want another offensive lineman, but Tate Ratledge, I could see that being the pick. I'm gonna try to get Emilio the link he's asking for it, so I'm gonna.
Oh, nice.
See if we could get you in here from Lambeau Field.
He's fired up.
Oh yeah. Copy that link in here real quick.
Okay, so we went off. Terrence Ferguson just got picked.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Wow. So they passed on Fannin, Elijah Arroyo, and Gunnar Helm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Let me send Emilio over this link. We'll see if he hops in here.
Jason Wise says if the Raiders don't take Shedeur, he ain't going in this round. That's probably true.
That's wild to think about.
Dude, what if he falls to the third? Oh,
if Jalen Milroe goes before him.
Oh, yeah.
And I like Milroe. That's not a knock against Milroe. I'm just saying that maybe they will cool it a little bit in the Sanders camp.
Mm-hmm.
This barbecue's so good, bro. God.
You guys are making me hungry over there. Seriously.
Ryan Schlipp killed it. I'm just telling you.
You gotta get some food, Jacob. You don't have a draft day fare over there?
We know you got all those tips at the office.
Yeah.
They got a great buffet. It's just...
Breakfast buffet, right?
Yeah,
We eat support.
exactly.
Oh man, pick is in.
What?
Arizona Cardinals, Michigan cornerback Will Johnson.
Wow. All right, that makes a ton of sense, actually.
Arizona have a pretty good draft.
Yeah,
They are.
It's going to be interesting trying to drag this down. We're going to have to move him around.
Unfortunately, the Bears seem to be having a good draft too. I didn't want to say that out loud,
yeah.
They'll screw it up something. No doubt in my mind.
Well,
Will Johnson off the board. I think it's a great pick there.
yeah, I do.
All right, so best available on our board, Shedeur Sanders at 17, Mott Green 18, Savone Revel 27, and it drops down significantly to Landon Jackson and Nick Scorton in the 33 and 34 spot. Then Xavier Watts, 37.
Prince, how do you even know what the Loch Ness is, my friend? You must live somewhere near here. If you guys don't know, that is the dirtiest, most disgusting gentleman's club that's ever been existed in the human race. It's terrible.
So how long did you work there, Jacob?
I was only there for 2 years. I got higher standards than that.
Jason Y in the chat. Deion Sanders tweeted that Shedeur was a top 5 pick, and then someone community noted it. So wrong.
Oh,
it's freaking hilarious.
I'm gonna choke on my food laughing at that.
I want to see it. I hope it just says no, he's not.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Just say wrong.
Fake news.
It's hilarious.
What do you think, guys? You think the Raiders are going to take him off the board here?
Hey, remember he was linked to them
Yep.
for a while, and I will say Deion and Tom Brady pretty good friends. Tom Brady helped kind of coach Shedeur along. Sounds like so. Deion would bounce stuff off of Tom Brady. Tom Brady kind of helping run the show out there.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like a minority owner, right, of the Raiders.
Yep.
but I bet you has majority of influence in that organization,
Right.
especially when you're talking quarterback.
Rick Kruger says he meant top 5 round. Got it. Checks out. Yeah, so the Cardinals did. They got Walter Nolan earlier.
Yep.
Now they got Will
Yeah,
Johnson.
they're crushing this draft.
So they've got arguably the best defensive tackle in the draft and the best cornerback in the draft, albeit corner not healthy. We talked about, right?
Yep.
Texans a trade up is what Ron Sample says. See if we can get confirmation on that.
Really?
Drew D in the chat says it's time for the Packers to trade up. Cornerbacks are going to start flying off the board. I agree with that. Go get us Trey Amos, Goody.
Yes, please. We talked about that, though. By the third round, it's going to get pretty thin at corner.
It will. Closing in on 600 people watching the stream live. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If you don't mind, hit that like button. If you're on Twitter, go ahead and retweet the live stream. And if you're on YouTube, hit like, sub, all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Nathan said Raiders trade. Vegas are drafting Sanders. They just traded back again. Interesting. Well, somebody just said in the chat here. We'll try to wait on confirmation.
What I miss?
We got a
The
possible
Packers
trade.
traded up and took Shador Sanders, bro.
Fake news. That's fake news.
It's wrong. Texans trade with Raiders.
He said, no, it's a prediction. Okay, gotcha.
We
Yeah,
got it.
if you guys don't care, do that in the chat for us. Just say prediction. Or I think they will. You know? Yeah, Tim.
Kick us in. Texans have selected Minnesota tackle Iriante Ursary at number 48 after trading with Las Vegas.
Okay.
Ursary was number 55 on our big board.
Just so happens to be the next best available tackle. No big deal.
No big deal.
Not a big deal at all.
People say our board's the best.
A lot of people. That's what they're saying.
So we've got Charles Grant, Ozzie Trapilo, and Cameron Williams, next best 3 at the offensive tackle position.
Prince
So who
is
was
right.
it?
Prince is right. We
Who's
definitely
the
dropped a
freshman?
tier. Charles Grant would
Oh,
end up
okay.
being our next best one here. Jason Wise says, our boat is the most luxurious.
People are saying that.
I didn't say it. People are saying it.
Oh, Grin and Possum asked, did y'all see Landon Jackson's bag drill video? I don't think I do think I know what he's talking about.
That's not that type of bag drill, Jacob.
I don't know what that means. Sorry. Come on. Landon Jackson is an absolute massive man. I think he's all a 6'6", 280 or whatever. He can move. Absolute freak. It would be pretty cool. Greg, you guys are terrible.
I love how they flashed the C.J. Stroud 52 sacks, being sacked 52 times last year, right after they drafted the tackle.
Gotta have it. Get that cleaned up.
Yeah, man.
We're
I don't
closing in
think-
here. Jake.
We're getting close, and I'm honestly starting to.
So
I don't
The
feel like
Raiders are
there's
on the
any
clock now,
spot
right?
where Shador's going to go here, man.
I could see him trading back, like I think it might have been Prince or whoever it was in the chat. Yeah. Drew D says, "How are you guys always eating something different?" Hey, listen, buddy, we're on a mission over here, man. Mission from God. We're
Mission from Gad.
food. I've said this before, Drew. Food is the only reason I don't do drugs. All Right? The only reason.
Jason Wise asking, who do you guys prefer, Ravel, or Amos? I would 100% go Amos, but
This guy to my left would say Revel, and I would say Amos. Right.
Yeah, the board says Rebel, but I would have no qualm with Trey Amos, man. Trey Amos is a dog. No two ways about it. So, yeah, like when you look at our board, Savon Rebel is in the 27th spot. All right, best press man corner in the draft. He is healthy. No concerns there, in my opinion. Trey Amos is in the 40th spot. Now, it comes down to stylistically, like how are you going to deploy these players? Again, Savon Rebel, a great man coverage corner. Trey Amos played in a multitude of cover 3 and cover 2 zone defenses at Ole Miss. Trey Amos would be a better scheme fit for the Packers than Savon Rebel, but Savon Rebel probably has a little more upside. However, Savon Rebel, injury concerns last year. Trey Amos, no injury concerns at all.
Exactly.
So it's you get a man cover team, and the medicals check out. They'll probably go with Savon Rebel, right?
And all of this, and then they don't even take a corner.
What the hell are you doing? Man, you come in here with a bandana tied backwards like Tupac Shakur.
I love it.
blood in, blood out.
Hey, get that pork out of the.
Did you not just find your accent if it was right?
Yeah, we already got some of it. Let's put it back. Get it out of the oven, so don't burn. That burns the whole nostril.
Joseph Real says, Hurts seeing Collins go to San Francisco. That definitely did. Definitely did. Pick is in. Sounds like here. You guys got any info here?
I've got nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Michael Taylor. Did you see them go?
Just cracked 600 on the live stream. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button on your way in. Grab you a daddy soda. Sit down and relax. And enjoy some mediocre podcasts.
Absolutely.
We're not the best. Definitely not the worst.
You probably won't hang around long, but we appreciate you dropping by.
Vahan Manukyan is asking.
Don't cuss on the show, Jake.
Watch your language.
Dang on it, Jacob.
Sorry, Andy. Benjamin Morrison. I saw another comment earlier that was asking what we would think if we pulled the trigger on him at our next pick here.
Personally, I like Jim Morrison a lot more.
Benjamin Morrison's in the 72 spot for us. Now, keep in mind, the main thing that's bringing him down was his 24th grade before he hurt his hip. So a little bit of injury concern with the hips are no joke, right? Like it ended Bo Jackson's career.
Yes.
Now you could also throw out the example of Brett Favre coming out of college. I think the medical doctors told Ron Wolf, hey, 4 to 6 years tops. He won't be able to play after that. And then Brett Favre ends up playing how many games in a row, right? So, but playing corner and playing quarterback, two different things. He's an outside corner for Notre Dame. I will say this about Benjamin Morrison. He's a freaking leader. I'm a big Notre Dame fan. I know this just from behind the scenes. He was a team captain, voted by his teammates. Packers met with him early. He's also a threshold fit. The PFF Big Board had him in the 15 spot at the end of the year. Daniel Jeremiah had him at 45. So he would definitely be worthy of the 54th pick. We just got several other prospects, obviously, that are graded out higher. So
Cincinnati, the pick is in.
What are the Bengals going to do here, kids?
Cincinnati. Ooh. Demetrius Knight Jr. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Next linebacker on our board. So going right
Nicely done.
We've nailed the backers in order for sure. So the next two backers in the next tier are Danny Stutzman and Chris Paul Jr.
Mm-hmm.
It drops down 2 tiers to Jeffrey Bassett.
We hear him right now.
In the stadium.
In the stadium.
That's
54.
the last thing the cameras recorded him on the microphone, right? As they're dragging him into the drunk tank. He's going, drive Sean Dolak. Please.
In other news, a Tennessee man was arrested. All he was screaming was Sean Dolak.
Exactly. Demetrius Knight Jr. Where are you at, sir? Did I pass him up? I must have passed him up. Where's he at on the board? Is Emilio working the board right now at the drafts? I don't know. I thought he was the next one. Is he lower?
He's up. You had him go up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. There you go. Thank you, Jake. He's right there. That's how we found him.
Glad I could help.
Who was it that drafted him again?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
The Natty.
Yeah, she's back. So Vahan is saying trade down, good amount of options. Coach Len at almost the exact same time says Packers trade back?
Okay.
Question mark.
Yep. I'd be okay with that. Totally okay with that.
Ooh, I'm getting a little nervous.
Shador Sanders, man, that's crazy. Mike Green, dude, listen. Again, Mike Green, you got the personal character issues, but somebody's going to get a damn good edge rusher. If he could keep his nose clean, man, see you good at football.
Watch him go to Philly. Right, not at 32, but watch Philly snag him if he continues to fall.
All right.
We had a mock to them more than once.
Yeah, our internet just dropped significantly, so hopefully it's not affecting your all stream too bad here. But yeah, we're down to one bar. We're hardwired too, man. What is going on up here?
We may need to reset. I'm not even on this network.
Right.
So
Mandy's probably got 3 devices in there. She shook her head yes. She took a bite of barbecue shrimp. Yeah. She's the one draining the internet for sure. Everything okay in there, guys? Can you stream is fine. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you the other day, buddy. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I've noticed this too at home. I've got awesome internet, hardwired and everything. And it'll show the same connection issue. And they're like, your internet's unstable. I'm like, you're full of crap. This has got to be on the StreamYard side. Don't you blame it on my interweb.
Dang right.
All right, pick is in. No, that was Bengals. Never mind. Sorry. Also low. What do you think they're going to do here, Jacob? What do you see here, man? Seahawks, right?
Yep. So we got Seattle up on the board here. They've already addressed the interior offensive line issues that they had. They went back. I can't remember what they did. Oh yeah, they got their safety. Boy, if I was them, I'd probably wanted to pick somebody on defense. I mean, dude, Mike Green kind of makes a little bit of sense here.
Seattle wants the ball, they're going to score.
Mandy said Seattle wants the ball and they're going to score.
I'll never forget that. I was in my grandma and grandpa's basement in Menominee, and I remember him saying that, and I just got so I've never been so mad at a person. I wanted to jump through the screen and just wring his neck. And then when Al Harris, sick, and I saw him make that break on that ball, I was like, ah!
What you did.
Screaming.
Al Harris is national treasure.
Oh, boy. The pick
Joseph
is in.
said, God bless her. She's a keeper, bro. I'm just telling you right now. He is a keeper.
Do you, has Ari got anything about Seattle? Apparently their pick is in.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing yet. Ari's struggling tonight, man. I think Ari had the first round connections, but he's been a little late on him tonight. Seemed like the chats had it quicker than him.
Yeah, Ron Sandville's been throwing in some ditties here. Come on, Ron, let me know. What's up? Jason Wise asking, do you think that CJ West will be there in the third round? Well, if you take a look at our handy-dandy board, I think it's a very good possibility.
Donovan Schilly, no Diddy, Jacob.
Giggity.
Mike Hebring saying Seattle taking a wide receiver possibly.
Could be.
So that would be
Jaden Higgins or no, Jaden Higgins.
Higgins is off the board.
Ooh,
Trade
Seattle.
here.
Seattle just picked Elijah Arroyo.
Oh, that's solid. So this next tier of tight ends, this order is Harold Fannin, Elijah Arroyo, and Gunnar Helm. They're back to back to back. Elijah and Arroyo, obviously the second in that tier. That's a perfect example of a cluster. Which one fits your scheme? Which one has exactly how you want to deploy them? Right. That's where you go. So they obviously went Elijah Arroyo.
Interesting. Jacob, you're faster than Ari Miroff here with the picks.
I told him, man, he's been struggling. Already tonight.
We've got Carolina is now on the clock. After that's Tennessee. After that is the Buccaneers. And then after that is the Green Bay Packers.
Shadur, Tennessee.
Oof.
Shadur to Tennessee. Now they went
Yeah.
Gore.
they're not-
Oh, that's right. They grabbed.
Can you imagine that? Oh, wow.
Well, they're talking about it being a backup. I'm just saying.
got a backup grade. That's the show.
Has that ever happened? Has a team ever drafted 2 rookie quarterbacks and then let them battle for a starting job, and then the other one becomes the backup?
I don't know, but it kind of makes sense when you think about it.
Yep.
Double dip a little bit and make sure you get the right guy. But not that they would. Tennessee going Tennessee.
Oh, man. Panthers pick is in.
What you got, Tim? Talk to me.
Panthers traded up with Denver, addressed pass rush. They are taking Texas A&M defensive end Nick Scorton
Ooh.
at number 51.
Okay.
We had 3 edge defenders in that current tier there together. And, yeah. So it's Nick Scorton. Did Ezraku go?
Yep.
Yeah.
He did. All right. Never mind.
So Landon Jackson is still up there.
Come on.
Landon
Give me
Jackson.
my boy Landon Jackson. Let's go.
He's a dog, man.
You might be onto something, Jacob. That might be the pick.
I'm starting to get nervous, dude. Oh.
Imagine how Emilio feels right now.
Oh,
He's
no.
probably fired up.
Dolak. I don't know why, but yeah,
Woke up
I
in the
just
back of the
picture
cruise
Emilio
and-
looking like Stan's dad from South Park, just weathered and beaten. Just
Yeah. He's being led away.
thought this was America.
Why is have we talked about that?
What's that?
Why Landon Jackson is kind of falling a little, seems like.
Not
I
really.
don't think we had like a first round or like we didn't have a first round grade on him, but
Right.
I thought he'd be picked relatively soon on day 2.
So that was Carolina that took him, right?
Yeah, Scourton. Yeah.
All right. There we go. Yeah, I'm worried about Emilio. He asked for the link and we haven't heard from him. So his phone's just sitting there on the bleachers.
He's not gonna spill his beer.
Yeah, he's in the drunk tank.
He probably just misspelled "I'm in the clink." I think that's what it is.
He probably had it topped out, right? The cops are coming. I'll try to, and that was it. Phone falls out of his hand.
Oladejo.
All right. So again, the best available on our PTA big board: Shador Sanders 17, Mott Green 18, Savone Rebel 27, Landon Jackson 33, Xavier Watts 37, and Trey Amos in the 40 spot.
Pick is in. Tennessee Titans selecting UCLA defensive end. Go ahead, Jacob. Say it. I can't pronounce this.
He's
Oluwafemi Oladejo. Is that close enough?
Oluwafemi Oladejo. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
That is
way down.
quite a reach on
Yeah.
our board.
That's a reach for Tennessee.
That when you get a little later in the second round, especially in the third and fourth, all bets are off. You could be pulling guys from the 300s. That's what I've noticed the last few years. So,
That's by far the biggest stretch on our board.
oh yeah, no doubt, not even close, right? Where was he at on the board? You guys know? What was his grade or what have you?
I only got the horizontal. He graded a 113. He was
113.
in the same tier as Savion Jones and Baron Sorrell, if that tells you
That's
anything.
crazy. He's way down. He was 126 on our board.
He's below David Walker, below Elijah Roberts, Braden Swinson, Kyle Kennard. Uh-oh.
Is he in the
Look
drunk
at-
tank? Put him on there. Put him on the screen, Jacob. Get him up here for me. I'm working.
Oh, he's gone already. He was only here for a split second. Now he's gone.
Cops took his phone away.
Had the phone right next to his face. He said, "I see dead people."
Oh boy. Here we go. Emilio, you are live.
Just a few minutes, but I said earlier that we have
Celio.
We are growing it. Be large.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, mute him. Let's go through and mute him. Look at that setting down there, boys.
Boots on the ground. I love it.
I'm just so glad he's not in the drunk tank.
Yeah. There's a lot of people there, man. That's awesome.
You crushed it.
Uh-oh. You're saying the Bucks pick is in, the pack is on the clock.
Oh, really?
Yep. Oh boy.
Still nothing on the pick. Bill got pretty close there. He must have moved back. He was closer earlier, it looked like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Someone found his phone.
Place is packed, dude. It's all the way back there.
It's probably so loud. You probably can't barely hear us.
Mm-hmm.
Richard King makes a great point, and I don't know why, but I swear this happens every year. He says ESPN just went to commercial. Always happens when the Packers pick. Look at him.
Here's the guy.
It's showing that's
We traded.
What?
We traded it to the Chargers.
What? We traded back.
Wait a second.
We traded it to the Chargers. Well, unbelievable.
breaking news from the parking lot. You better not be trolling.
You don't even have.
Unbelievable.
He's got to be messing with us.
He probably is. I don't trust him.
I don't think we. I think he's right.
You have Tampa's pick in. Who did Tampa take? Wait a minute. Did we just get trolled by our
He's
own
got to
guy?
be trolling.
Adam says the Chargers are right behind us. We traded back one spot. It's only one spot.
Ooh, we'll be
Ooh,
picked up.
interesting.
That would be
The Chargers
amazing.
picked up one spot.
Who the hell?
Somebody's
This is
saying
a
Tampa
draft.
Bay got Morrison. Is that true?
Mandy
I
said,
can't see it. I can't find any confirmation.
Mandy said we're trading with the Chargers and said you pancake eating mother.
Jeez. What's going
Jacob,
on?
you got any confirmation on
I got-
Tampa's
I
pick?
I got nothing here, man. I'm flying blind.
I've got nothing confirming it either.
Unbelievable. I love how he just says we traded him and he just signed off.
He just leaves.
Unbelievable.
He looks totally sober too.
Oh yeah. Clean as a whistle, Jacob. Let me tell you. Clean as a whistle. No, he is. He's probably the more responsible one of this entire group, to be honest with you.
Speaking of which, I'll be switching to Daddy Soda.
Had a kid.
Speaking of
Go.
which,
Grabbed my first spotted cow. Thank you, Tim, for bringing that up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Went perfect with that Ryan Slip barbecue. Thank you, Ryan.
Ron,
Smells delicious right now.
Ron's saying Anthony Belton, guys,
Okay. Okay.
and Daniel's saying that the Tampa took Benjamin
Okay,
Morris.
here we go. Tampa Bay, it's confirmed. Yep. Bucks take Benjamin Morrison at 53.
Mm,
Woof, woof.
got it.
Interesting.
So they go Benjamin Morrison, right? Tampa Bay does.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going Anthony Belton. Is that correct? Do we have confirmation on that?
I don't know.
I haven't seen.
Again, I
I
can't.
haven't even seen confirmation of the trade.
And it's not that I don't trust the people that are saying in the chat. It's just people have been posting who they think they're going to take, and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
How would you feel about Anthony Belton if that's the pick?
I'd be okay with it, man. When you look at Anthony Belton, he was one of the in the gold. So we just got our first gold, right? Or was Matthew Golden in the gold? He was not.
As crazy as that sounds, right?
Right.
Golden was not gold.
Yeah. If we go Anthony Belton, it looks like a reach. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles above him, but he is in the gold.
Big Cheese Meat Packer says Jacob Westendorf claimed we got Benton.
Benton? Who's Benton?
Becky Benton, Mackay Benton. Is that who he's talking about?
Okay, I'm really confused.
Yeah. Fake news.
Probably
Is
means
he-
Belton. He probably means
Belton.
Belton.
Okay.
Hope that's the case.
They have a shrimp over there?
Uh-oh,
Here
Emilio's
comes this
back.
guy again.
Boy, here we go.
It would be cool if he's live when we make our pick here. That'd be awesome. Let's go full screen here real quick. So I'm muting him too, just see what happens. Oh, he muted himself. All right.
We can override that.
Emilio, if you hear me, unmute, bro, so we can hear the crowd
Oh,
when
no,
we
we
make the
can't.
pick.
We can't override it. Darn it.
Yeah, he won't let us override.
Yeah, they're saying Belton. McRae says we're
looks
still
like
on
the
the
reach.
clock.
So we've gotten our first.
I don't like that.
We
So
traded.
that's 2 picks, right? And we've already got our first goal.
Yep.
So we're 1 for 2.
Back, go! All right, Green Bay, make some noise. I have some special guests up here to help make the Green Bay Packers choice. So give it up, Packers legend, Jordy Nelson.
Of course, Mandy comes running in there. Very good.
Thanks, Commissioner. I also want to introduce Kenya Marcellus from the Boys and Girls Club in Green Bay. I recognize the beautiful youth like they open our exciting initiative. The NFL works with the Boys and Girls Club to help young people find their voices, advocate for issues important to them, and become future leaders. Let's have these leaders help me announce the pick.
With the 54th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
The Green Bay Packers select
John Cleaver. Anthony Belton, tackle, North Carolina State.
It really is. Red Most says the audio quality is super solid.
Wow.
Really good. Thank you so much, Emilio. Trusted it. I say it was Jordan, of course. Emilio's in the drum.
Anthony Belton, baby! Put him on the board. Let's go. 170.
Gold.
All right, we're en route. See you at home.
Been warned, people. The Mexican is on his way.
You know what? I think Ari Miroff's the one in jail because he hasn't updated anything.
Yeah, Ari Miroff might be in jail, actually. He hasn't updated nothing.
Oh man.
That's a good call there.
So there was no trade for it. We stayed at 54.
So someone in the chat just asked for it when they said Anthony Belton, and he said, where was it at? I got it here somewhere. Where you at? Mr. Snoop Dogg. Where is it at? Tim, give me that Snoop, bro. Oh, I got it. Never mind.
Who?
I can't find him. Where the hell is he on the board?
He's low, bro. Go. Tackle right here. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Man, he's I
So
don't
Anthony
I don't
Belton.
understand that.
Somebody in the chat asked, "What does gold mean?" All right, let me explain that real quick. Gold. If you look on our board here, real quick, I had it shared. What happened? Here we go. Okay. So if someone's in the gold, and again, we got to go pretty far down to get Anthony Belton. Right here in the 121 spot. Okay. We've done a lot of studying with this the last few years. And last year I had earmarked 8 guys. That's like, these are prime for the Packers pick. Top 30 visit and a Senior Bowl participant. Okay. If they have those 2, typically there's a good chance the Packers are going to take them. I mean, they brung them in for a top 30 visit. They're very interested, and they love Senior Bowl guys. 8 of the 11 prospects that the Packers drafted last year were Senior Bowl participants. So you mix in the top 30. That's what we call gold. They got a spade that adds in the threshold as well. Okay. So with that being said, there's only been 2 draft picks for the Packers. Matthew Golden was not in the gold. Anthony Belton was. So last year we ended up we guessed 2 of the 8 draft, or I'm sorry, 2 of the guys that were of the 8 that were lit up in gold, the Packers drafted. So pretty good ratio considering there's over 500 prospects on our board, right?
Yep.
So we've only made 2 picks and we've already gotten 1 right. So that's what the goal is. It's not to say this guy's a great player. It's not to say he's a bad player. It's just, hey, these guys seem to fit what the Packers are looking for. In terms of
Chargers just took Trey Harris.
no? Okay, got it. Which, hey, listen, you're not taking Trey Harris. You're not. Now, Trey Amos is still on the board, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you said Harris. Okay, I thought you said Amos.
So we're going to get to Anthony Belton's scouting report here in just a second from Greg Cosell. We'll talk about his strengths, what he does well, and then we will get into maybe Dane Brugler's breakdown of him as well. We'll see where Dane Brugler had him on the board. Jacob, you sound depressed, sir. Talk to me.
I just don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me. Packers now are on the board as the second biggest reach for sure on our board, other than the Olafami reach. We passed over guys like Charles Grant, Ozzie Trapilo, Cameron Williams, Chase Lunt. We also had guys like Savon Revel, Trey Amos, Xavier Watts. I mean, just 50 different players I would have rather taken in front of that. And I guess, does that mean that they don't trust Rasheed Walker, which I don't get? Is a 7th round pick that's played top half football of the league? I don't know, man. I do not like it.
Me no lucky that, Jan. Huh?
I will say this. I'm glad if they decided to go O-line that they went tackle and that they didn't go interior here, honestly. We've talked about Rasheed Walker, right? We don't know what the future holds for him just yet. So I think this is a conscious effort to try and look, Josh Martin, put that super chat up there. He's right on time. He thinks, I mean, it could be real, you know, maybe Sheed gets traded. Maybe this is insurance policy at the tackle position. And that's why they made this move. I get what your point is, Jacob. It does seem like a bit of a reach, but I don't love it and I don't hate it.
Yeah, Coach Lynn says Belton is more athletic.
One defensive player in this draft, that would be nice.
Coach Lynn says Belton is more athletic and bigger than all of the O linemen that we mentioned that we had before him. So,
yeah, dude's nickname is Escalade. I mean, that's a big guy.
And we actually did a write-up in our Patreon group. I'll see if I can pull it real quick. I do remember going, man, this dude. But I was literally like, and in the 4th or 5th round, I really like this guy. Holy cow! But it's obvious the Packers seen him higher than that, right? So
I guess I'm a little confused because what does that mean? Does that mean that we don't trust Morgan isn't a tackle? So does that mean
no Morgan? They're playing Morgan as a guard.
Yeah,
they see him strictly as a guard, right? So I felt like they were going to go get a swing tackle because they probably won't pay Rasheed Walker, right? Rasheed Walker is probably, with his pass blocking ability, they've never paid three offensive linemen top offensive lineman money. They're already paying Elton pretty much top offensive lineman money, starter money, if you will. You're going to have to pay Zach Tom. So you got to get someone, whether it does end up being Jordan Morgan or Anthony Belton to play left tackle, you're probably not going to pay Rasheed Walker, I would imagine. Now, will they trade him? I hope they don't, because you're going to get the best out of Rasheed Walker in a contract year, right? And then if he goes and signs in free agency, then you get a comp pick. And now you kind of reshuffle the deck and say, okay, what do we want to do? So go ahead, Jake, that super chat.
Daniel Zapp says they want competition. They want Love to be healthy. Talking about the offensive line room there. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the pick necessarily. I just don't understand the where you took him. I find it hard to believe that you would have been able to get him in the 3rd easily. But
And that's where they've got intel that we don't, you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, like there's a reason they took him that early. They're probably got intel saying, hey, he's about to go off the board.
That's Goody, baby, right there. All right, you got your receiver.
I was gonna say
Now we're going O-line. He probably wanted to go O-line in the first round.
Probably did. Somebody shut the hell up, sit down. You got your receiver. All right, let me go. As Kevin Costner said in Draft Day, don't bother me when I'm working.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Don't F with me while I'm working. I think it's the actual. So here we go. Here's the write-up we did on Anthony Belton. Let me explain at least kind of what Goody may have seen, right? And again, you guys can get access to these in our Patreon group. It's another perk to being in the Patreon group. We've done these detailed write-ups. We're going to do them all year long, training camp battles, OTAs.
Lions just traded up with Denver and are taking Georgia tackle Tate Ratledge at pick number 57.
We've got him listed as an interior offensive lineman.
Yeah, we're getting all these. Bears got Trapilo. These are all coming in now.
Right now?
Yep.
Bears got Trapilo.
Yep. And
God.
we got Travis to the Chargers.
You serious?
Right.
All right, so here's the write-up. Let me give you just a little bit of a background on Anthony Belton. Interesting prospect. Says, let's see here. In high school, there's a high school shot, right? A 4-star recruit from Florida State University High School in Tallahassee, Florida, the 2021 class. Anthony Belton arrived as a polished and physically imposing prospect at 6'6", 310 pounds, as he dominated at left tackle, blending a nasty edge with standout athleticism that shone on both sides of the ball. His senior tape featured a quick first step and knack for burying defenders, earning him all-state honors, ranked number 62 among Florida prospects by 24/7 Sports. Anthony Belton committed to NC State over offers from Louisville, Indiana, and UCF, viewed as a high-ceiling talent with pro potential. You see him blocking James Pierce Jr. there. College statistics, Belton's 4-year stint at NC State reflects a strong trajectory after a quiet start. In 2021, he played in just 2 games, seeing limited action as a reserve. In 2022, he secured the starting left tackle role, logging all 13 games with 624 snaps. By 2023, he started in all 12 games, earning all ACC honorable mention. His 2024 campaign was his finest, playing in 13 games, including the bowl game, with 12 starts, 450 pass blocking snaps, career totals 37 starts, over 2,100 snaps. His PFF grades were 74.8, 64.2, 65.9, 73.6. And it's his detailed scouting report at the combine. He measured in at 6'6", 336 pounds, 33.88-inch arms. So he's got the 33-inch arms. He will play tackle. Carrying his reach with 20 bench reps, a 5.26 40-yard dash. His 2024 tape highlights a stout pass protector, leveraging his arm length to thwart edge defenders, edge rushers, and his bulk to anchor against power tailor-made for Green Bay's outside zone scheme. In the run game, he's a mauler, driving defenders back with leverage and finishing blocks with gusto, whatever it is, while his 4.69 second shuttle showcases better than expected lateral agility for his size. Primarily a left tackle, his size suggests guard flexibility, projecting him as a day 2 or early day 3 pick. So there's the projection, day 2, right?
Yep.
And again, the RAS card 773. Well, the RAS gurus are going to hate that, right? We never draft anybody under 8. Injury and character concerns. Belton's injury slate is cleanish. A 2023 ankle tweak didn't cost him time, and he gutted out a late 2024 season shoulder issue without missing a start. His 37 career starts underscore durability off the field. He's a locker room favorite, gritty, selfless, and praised for his work ethic. A high school multi-sport athlete, basketball and track, Belton's competitive fire burns bright with 0 off-field concerns. So it says Belton profiles as a 3rd to 4th round pick in the 2025 NFL draft, backed by his number 145 spot on our PTA big board. In a deep offensive line class, his size and experience with 37 starts make him a fit for the Packers, who could snag him in rounds 3 or 4 with their draft selections. His ceiling as a potential starter hinges on refining his agility, with his floor as a reliable swing tackle aligns with Green Bay's knack for grooming linemen like Zach Tom, a sleeper with traction as draft buzz builds. There's a full countdown. What do you got on the draft picks?
Pick is in. The Raiders select Jack Besh at 58. Jack Bish is a Raider.
Raider. Our wide receivers are going off in perfect order. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
literally. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So
how we
Jalen
did.
Royals, you're up next.
Yeah, Jalen Rose will be next, most likely. So, all right. You feel any better after that scouting report, Jacob? Are you still mad?
No, I don't.
He looks
feel-
like he might just be a good football player. The RAS ain't there.
Prince says the only way I like this pick is if they have a trade partner for Rasheed Walker to get a high third tonight. That would be intriguing there.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Koch. I don't question Green Bay's top 4 round OT picks. They are right too often. That's a great point.
It's true.
Wheelan Al Swiderski. I've watched like 2 videos on him. Already one of my favorite Packer players ever. Okay. Love it.
Let's go.
Logan 008. So not taking a corner here it's what some saying Alexander is staying. That's a good point too.
That's a great point, man.
Hold on a second.
He's got something for you here.
Took it down the sideline, turned over with my guys, gave the football to a little kid wearing 23.
Let's go, Job Money.
Now, 10 minutes later, the Packers have traded Jair Alexander.
Yeah, that's right. Joe, I think is maybe a little more pessimistic like me. He says, man, it's a good thing we aren't in a division with possibly the top 5 best wide receivers in the league, but no idea how the rookies grow. Jamison, St. Brown, J.J. Addison, and see if Rome makes a jump. It's
good point.
If Jaw's staying, I mean, that's a difference maker right there. And I'd feel way better about this pick for sure. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I'd be pleasantly happy if I'm wrong. I love so many of those other players at that point. Spending it on a tackle when in my eyes we didn't really need one. I can't comprehend it.
Here's what Greg Cosell said about him. Here's his strengths. Physically imposing man with outstanding size and length for offensive tackle position, in addition to a plus athletic movement. Run game snaps where he came off the ball low as a base drive blocker. Contact strength with heavy hands. Dominating run game snaps, climbing to second level and balanced striking and driving through linebacker with force. Light, quick, athletic feet as backside zone run game blocker. You're seeing a run blocker is what you're seeing in this tackle. That's what everything's saying here. Move more fluidly than his size would suggest. Show quick lateral movement and core strength to execute backside cutoff blocks in the zone run game. Efficient kick slide in pass protection with balance and knee bend and good stature. Hands in the strike position. Use arm length effectively in 45-degree and vertical pass sets. Dominant reps when strike timing was precise. Forceful as short setter in pass protection with quick set and light athletic feet and his imposing size and mass. Comfortable mirror and redirect in pass protection. Stayed balanced with clean footwork and did not bend. Capable of dominating reps in pass protection where he engulfs rushers and drives them to the ground. Sheer size and mass allowed him to recover at times in pass protection when he lost technique and control. So, not too bad there from Greg Cosell, obviously. He got it.
Baltimore Ravens selecting Marshall defensive end Mike Green at number 59. He's finally off the board.
Very interesting.
That's a Baltimore pick right there, right? I mean,
Jacob had to take a break. He said, I can't take this anymore. I'm going to need a break here. So he had to step away and take care of business, I guess.
he didn't want to hear about that O-line talk.
Nah,
I wasn't trying to hear that. Nope.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that.
All right, so let me get caught up on our board here real quick, and we'll get it back up on the screen for you guys. We ended with Trey Harris. We had Ozzie Trapillo to Chicago, right? That was another guy the Packers were showing some interest in, right?
Yep. And you got Tate Ratledge to the Lions, right?
Not yet. I'm going to work my way down the list here. You just keep on talking to him. Anything you got, man. You just keep on rolling from here while Jacob stepped away.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I think the slide is definitely over, right, for Mike Green. 59 going to the Ravens. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Baltimore's another one of those teams, a lot like Philly, right? Known for the the defensive prowess, and I think he'll be a good fit there.
Yeah. Detroit getting Tate Ratledge too. That's a Detroit pick, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. We got Mike Hebring, the super fan. Packers clearly like their D-line more than we do.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Amen, Mike. Amen.
That's a fact. Jack Besh here. Oh, I hear sirens. Emilio must be pulling in the driveway. There you go. He's telling the Uber driver, just keep driving. It's fine. Things okay. I think we're caught up on the big board here. Let's go ahead and get back on the screen for you guys and gals. See those sirens?
Yeah,
going?
man.
Yeah. Tim, I was with you.
Let me just make sure.
I was with you between 4 and 5.
Oh, we're good. It's not Emilio.
Good. Hey, if Emilio comes running up to the door, Manny, and there's sirens behind, do not let him in. Okay? That's on him, not us. Let's see if we get any glare on the window. Henry Dio. Thank you. You ready for this, Jacob? You ready for this, sir? And Jacob.
Oh, Jacob's back.
Everybody on the stream's like, what is that?
That's impressive. Slow, but impressive.
It is very
Jacob's like, call me back in an hour when they.
Because, whenever you want to save yourself the hassle of doing this.
There's going to be a glare. All right, I'll mute. We're putting it back down. We're going to see if the ring light. Go ahead, Jacob. Talk to us for a second.
Well, I guess I want to see what the guys in the chat is feeling here. Did you already hit Mike's super chat? The Packers clearly like the D-line more than we do. That's a good point. I got to tell you. I'm Chris the Casual N makes a good post here. He says, who will get more snaps in 2025, Belton or Hopper? Interesting scenario right there. I don't know, man. I'm trying to snap out of being pissy about that pick. I can't.
Man.
I've spent so much time. The second round is where I cook. It's where we all cook, man. And we went and stretched.
Hey, he's cooking. You just don't like what he's making.
That's true. He's cooking. I ain't tasting it.
And we can't have Jay Money on his back, man. So I'm coming around to this pick, Jacob. I'm with you. I'm still waiting for a defensive pick. I got a feeling I might be waiting a while.
King Tron says, don't care about D-line. We're set. Where's my damn cornerback? All right.
Goody, you told me I was getting a corner. Where's my cornerback?
So we got cornerbacks at home.
Can we just take a second? Shador Sanders is about to drop out of the third or out of the second.
That's unreal.
I will cry laughing if he's UDFA.
Wow. Absolutely wild.
I mean, look at who's next. He's not going to Baltimore. He's not going to Denver. He's not going to Washington. He's not going to the Bears. He's not going to KC, and he's not going to Philly.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Mock Green did go to the Baltimore Ravens, right?
Too old for this, says Jacob. The Packers, we're getting a protein salad, and you want Krispy Kremes. It'll be okay. I got to eat my veggies. That's what he's saying. That's a good point.
Right. Great point. Again, man, like a viewer said just a second ago, man, I would not question Goody picking offensive lineman outside of the first round. He seems to knock him out of the park. So,
Prince is saying, however, that he's seeing that Belton is being projected as a guard. I mean, I don't know.
Who is projecting him as a guard? That's what I want to know. Who's saying that?
Ooh, we got a nice one from Seth Reuter.
Yeah, Seth Reuter went to the ball game with us, Jacob. You remember
that? Seth, what's up, man? Oh, I'm glad it was Seth and not who it could have been. That's for another day. All right. He says, the pick doesn't make sense to me because Goot recently said Morgan will compete for the left tackle job. Love golden pick, though. Trust in Goot. That's where I'm just confused because I'm hearing, I agree with you, Seth, because in my head, I'm trying to contemplate whether or not that means Morgan goes to left tackle. If that's the case, they clearly don't want Walker, and that means that the guards obviously are going to be Banks, who we gave a decent amount of money to, and then Morgan, right? Or is Morgan supposed to be the left tackle? If that's the case, then why would we spend a second-round draft pick on a guy that's a tackle? And if he's not a tackle, then he's a guard. Then why would he pick a second-round draft pick on a guard? But I all right. And King Tron just came back in with another super chat. It says, just don't buy that Jaws back, man. Getting scared. I would be scared too if he isn't going to be back. That would be. Don't
be scared, Tron. You're gonna make me scared.
Don't be scared. Clint tells everybody just step back and take a breath. That's a good point.
Thank you, Clint. I'm glad somebody talking with some reasoning in here. Now listen,
Are we still pissed off about getting a tackle?
it's
No.
the tackle.
We're told that he's not a tackle.
The tackle that we took, I get it. Or when we took him, right?
Okay.
Is that the big gripe right now, Jacob? That we could have got him around later, maybe?
Yeah. And plus, yeah.
Jacob, look at this right here, sir. See that cannoli?
What is that?
It's a cannoli.
Is that a pickle in a bag?
No, it ain't. It's a baby, see?
You can't smoke that in here.
Can't smoke anywhere nowadays.
Something might be wrong with this pickle if it looks like that.
Huh. Manny says something might be wrong with your pickle if it looks like that.
Well, let me tell you, around the office,
His pickle.
Manny, calm down. Leave her alone, please.
He's in. Broncos get a running back. UCF's RJ Harvey goes to Denver at 60.
that makes a ton of sense. That was Daniel Jeremiah's favorite running back, RJ Harvey. He said the guy was an absolute freak. Fun to watch.
That's awesome. Just because of what can I get you guys?
Oh, wow.
Pretty low on the board,
I
isn't it?
was going to say, yeah.
You guys smell that? I think
What is it?
Emilio's back.
Oh, he is.
Does it smell like refried beans?
Listen, none of the white people on this stream said that. It was the Mexican that said it, so don't get mad at us. Okay? Do not get mad at us. Who took RJ Harvey again?
Denver.
Got it.
Denver.
Oh, Mark Green went? I missed that. And he went to Baltimore? Of course he did. Oh my
Yeesh.
lord.
Yeah, he's gonna dominate out there. Dude.
Dude.
That defense is gonna just be good forever, man.
Wow.
Packers are live right now, so let's give me a screen grab if you don't mind, Tim, if you can, real quick, sir.
Do it live.
Let's see what they saying over there. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Go Tupac.
All right, that'll work. All right, let's see what's going on Green Bay Packers Twitter handle here real quick. Hopefully we can hear it. Nothing yet. Player coming up available. Sorry, false alarm. Go ahead.
Logan 008 says the Packers VP just came to talk to the media and he said that he can play both tackle spots and both guards also. All right, I like that.
Versatility, baby. Everyone, Joseph in the chat said the background noise is pretty loud, just so y'all know.
Freaking Emilio ruins
On
everything.
your side down over there, okay? Please. Y'all hear that? She said, shh. Thank you, Joseph. for letting us know.
Yeah, apparently this Escalade thing is a real thing. He likes pushing around Escalades. That's his nickname. I can get on board with that.
Nice.
I could push an
Well,
Escalade.
then you should have no problem pushing a defensive tackle then. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
See if we can find him.
I just want to know how Emilio feels now that Belton just took Glover's spot. You hear that, Emilio?
No, he's on a temporary assignment for the moment. We won't tell the whole world that he's taking a whiz right now. Oh wait,
wait a minute.
That's what you get on this stream. All right, so we got it right here, boys. Y'all ready for this? We got the Escalade video.
You ready to go?
Here we go. Here's your new Green Bay Packers offensive line.
As they try and get him comfortable. Look at him here pulling his Mike Allstott impersonation from days gone by, trying to get that power, that low.
Drop that down there. Look at my man pushing that Escalade.
I like it. All right.
If Emilio tried to push an Escalade, he'd end up in the clink.
Excuse me while I go throw up. The Commanders are taking Ole Miss corner Trey Amos at 60.
There it goes.
Cool.
I know. I meant to send it to him. My bad.
Well, Jacob, who are we thinking for corner now?
I don't know. I want to cannoli.
Well, actually, Savone Rebel's still on the board. Or should we just pretty much write off corner at this point?
I just don't know.
Question. You know, like how, like who else on this list are they?
Jeez.
Michael Robinson on a
JJ McQuaid in the chat says, I'm glad we have a backup offensive tackle other than a good cornerback. LOL. Wow. Donovan Schilling's asking for Zy Alexander. Greg's wondering how far is Jacob Parrish. Prince is asking about Null Williams.
Would be our fourth next best available.
Fourth
Parrish.
next best available. Okay.
We've got Savone Rebel on the board, Ezra Ray Thomas, Darian Porter, and then Jacob Parrish.
And Goody must have really liked Anthony Belton.
Yeah.
I know people go, oh, that's a horrible pick, but I look at it and go, what did we miss here? There's a reason he picked him over 4 other tackles that we had higher. And it's not because Goody sucks. You know what I'm saying? But there's something telling you. I'm not going to be surprised if we look up in a couple of years and go, boy, damn, Zach Tom 2.0 right here.
Yep. It's almost as if our general manager might know a little more than us.
They're worried about Travis Slaughter starting, so they had to bring in some competition.
Come say that on camera in front of the people.
Jacob Freeze? I think Jacob froze.
No, I'm good. Clint says, you guys liked Belton, didn't you? I did like him in the 4th. Definitely. Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, we get there at the super chat.
Josh Mattins with the super chat says, no one can say that Goot isn't giving Love tools to succeed. Either Love takes a major step forward or he stays plateau as a 12 to 15 tier quarterback. I think you meant to say maybe stays.
That's a great point, man. First round receiver comes back in the 2nd, gets him an offensive tackle, right?
Mm-hmm. Daniel says he only allowed 11 pressures last year. I like that.
Me likey that, Jan.
We got Daryl announcing picks from 10 minutes ago. Thank you, buddy.
Damn it, Jacob. That's your pro.
I'm just turned into a big old
one freaking offensive tackle, and Jacob's ready for war.
I want to fight everybody right now.
Oh my goodness!
What happened?
The Bears are selecting Texas A&M D lineman Shamar Turner at number 62.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pulse is cooking.
Shamar Turner. What was he on?
Let's see. Do we have him as an edge or a D line? Let's see.
I think D line. Both should be in the green. Well, not on that board. Shamar Turner was 130 on our big board. So it was quite the reach there.
Yeah, they didn't like Darius Alexander, Omar Norman Lott, Deion Walker, Ty Robinson, Jamari Caldwell, Aeneas Peebles all got passed up. Interesting. It is the Bears, though. We shouldn't read too far into that.
That's a great point. Was that 62? Is that right?
Yes.
King Tron says, "Let's fourth Cowboy Killer and insert second dip of Cope Mint." I feel like Mad Mel right now.
King Tron with the gems.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper anyway? I still can't believe that was on our flight coming in of all people.
Who in the hell is Mel Kiper in a way?
All right. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. We got 765 watching live. If y'all would please hit that like button, retweet, share this with a buddy.
65, you said?
65%.
65%. That's what we feel free to sub to the channel too if you like mediocre podcasts.
That's right. We are neither good nor bad.
Now, thank y'all so
We're
much.
mediocre.
We appreciate you hanging out. So where are we at now? We're closing in.
Do you see Respect Oranges?
Respect Oranges. Liquored up so hard I could breathe fire.
Oh,
Joseph
boy.
says something that everybody knows. This show sucks. That's a fact. Emilio over here chatting with the ladies.
Yeah,
Emilio's
geez.
name.
So what? We got Chiefs on the clock right now. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir. So we're 2 picks away. I don't think the Eagles or the Chiefs are taking Shador, so he's going to drop to third, right?
That's crazy, dude.
I feel like a total idiot now.
Why?
Because I spent my whole morning just saying, like, yeah, I think, Shador will be off the board today.
I think everybody thought so.
Man. How far? I guess the question is, how far do we think he falls? Do you think he really falls to the fourth?
He probably falls to where Benton should have been taken. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I hope this dude is an all-pro. His rookie.
I do, too. I hope he's...
I think I'm acting like he's Travis Glover or something.
Hey.
Oh, look at A-Fam. Take it easy there.
What is that?
Take it easy there, buddy.
You don't say that.
You don't say that.
Hey, fam, so I seen Tim in a Chiefs game. Why did you see him in a Chiefs game?
I will say Arrowhead is on my bucket list.
No, I think it'd be a cool
road games to attend for sure. Love to check that out. But no, I am not a Chiefs fan. Ever since that statement.
Bates, you're killing me, dude. Oh, man. All right.
Bates, I just read that.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. AFAM. Hot takes.
Yeah.
He said Arrowhead is a dump. Well, everything is a dump compared to Lambeau Field.
It's true.
It's true. Oh, God. 12 for this. Watch Shiloh get drafted before Shador.
Holy cow.
That would be wild.
What did you say last night? What if they did a package and they picked back to back double dip, took them together?
We'll get back to Ari Miroff here. He struggled tonight, man. Really let me down this evening.
I'm trying to think who else could we track. Joe
is throwing passive-aggressive comments. He said, did y'all do a mock for a UDFA? That way we know who to expect for cornerback and pass rush.
Unbelievable, Joe.
That was such a girl insult. You know what I mean?
Emilio, your ride's here.
Oh, wait.
I know we did have a couple mock drafts where we took Anthony Belton. I think we've deleted them all.
They wouldn't be finished.
When Anthony Belton's the starting left tackle next year, we're just going to flash this up the entire time. All right. The entire time. What you got, Tim? Talk to me.
Oh, that was a total false alarm.
Gotcha.
Goody has been drafted best looking in a do-rag. That was it.
Exactly. That was me going for the last cannoli right there.
You're right, bro. You think we'd run out?
That big.
Still nothing, yeah.
Chris, the casual end, says I can't wait to watch LVN versus Belton in camp. Battle of the Titans. All right, Chris.
Jacob, don't you dare. You
Jacob,
fueled this. You fueled this, sir.
Shamar Turner to the Bears. Breaking news, guys.
We already hit that.
We already hit that.
Thanks. Oh yeah, no, it's Daryl though. So we gotta breaking news.
Thank you, Daryl.
Thanks.
Appreciate you, bud.
Donovan's calling for the league. Get those boys in line, says Donovan. I think Emilio's over there painting his nails with him.
Yeah, they're in the kitchen painting my nails.
You heard it from a fan right here.
Any word on what the Chiefs did?
I don't know. Ask AFAM.
Yeah, come on, AFAM.
Donovan Schilling said the Jaguars picked Travis Hunter.
Oh, God.
They are so out of control, man.
Oh, boy.
How many times are you going to come to my press conference late?
So hopefully this is saying Omar Norman. Is that true? Omar Norman Lott? That'd be a good pick. Oh, they did, yeah. Chiefs went with Omar Norman Lott. Great.
Of course.
Omar Norman Lott.
Cool.
What is this? 60.
Is Darius Alexander still available?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Yes, he is. It's interesting because this is the second. So Turner, and now we've got, you said Norman Lott.
Mm-hmm.
So Darius Alexander continues to fall. I'm anticipating Deion Walker is probably going to fall as well continuously.
Mm-hmm. Get the big board back up here for everybody.
Savon Ravel is still there, right?
He is, man.
What is going on with him?
Rock.
The injuries, man, might be legit concern. Looking good for your guy Jacob Parrish, right, Jacob?
Yeah.
Or Darian Porter out of Iowa State.
Which, by the way, she picked it in the second round, but Jerry Ross Forbley had Darian Porter to the Packers. Yeah, she did in the second round.
Yeah. Interesting.
So,
Well. Now Daryl's caught up. There you go, buddy. he's back with us.
Will and House Podersky. Packers draft Eddie Lacy.
Oh boy. Shador to the pack. Quit that, Doug.
Hey.
Crazy.
Stop, Clayton. I swear to God. Stop.
Listen,
as long as we don't trade up to get him.
We drafted Brian Brom in the second round with Aaron Rodgers as our quarterback.
That's
we think there's not a chance that Goody takes a quarterback in the third round. We're kidding ourselves.
Sure, right? Well, that's available, right? On the board.
What does that even mean?
Back to the future for Arrow.
Oh, love it. Rick.
Arrow, I want to know who. Oh, go ahead.
No, Rick Kruger says Pat Bryant is falling right into our laps. Laughing emoji. Oopsies.
Daryl, let me know who you would like at 87, man. I'm genuinely curious. Who would you like at 87, Daryl? I know we're a ways away, but I'd like to know.
Dang it, dude. If this is true, Daniel Zapp saying that the Eagles just took Makuba, which was Emilio's favorite safety, possibly one of the better ones in the draft. Makes sense.
Yep.
Is that true, Tim?
Yep, confirmed. Eagles select Texas safety Andrew Makuba at number 64.
Yards.
That was Emilio from the kitchen.
And the rich get richer. Daryl answers your question, Clayton. He says he would like either Sawyer or Uniman Yellen. I actually agree. That would be great. I'd like either one
Sawyer
of those.
or Omana Milan, he said?
Yeah.
Yep. Omana. How do I say it? Omana
Mielen is what I've heard.
Umana Mielen. Yeah, somebody tell Emilio that the Makuba dream is dead, says Prince.
Your dream is dead, Emilio.
I know.
He said, I know.
Yeah,
I know. Wait for the running back to get picked up.
Emilio, what do you think about Glover getting pushed off the depth chart by Belton?
I thought you just brought in some competition to just show how good Glover is. That's why we brought Belton in.
Where are you?
He's in the kitchen.
He's cooking.
He said, I'm eating.
No.
I'm eating.
Oh
I
no.
think we got another pick in, boys.
I think
What
we
was that last
did. Oh no.
Andrew McDougal to the Eagles.
Darius Alexander to the Giants.
We got that confirmed.
Uh,
These picks are going to start flying.
I've had multiple people telling us in the chat. Hey, look at this. Jerry comes in with the super chat. She says, thanks for the live streams. How many more picks will we have tonight? As of right now, just one, I believe.
Unless the trade happens, we'll have pick 87. So, if that comes up. I think they'll start going a little quick, it kind of feels like now.
Yeah, Darius Alexander to the Giants confirmed. Yep.
Darius Alexander was confirmed to the Giants.
Jay Cole says the Eagles GM is amazing. I think that he is one of the best ones. I would agree.
Xavier Watt's still on the board, isn't he?
Yeesh.
Very interesting.
Emilio, the meatloaf. You want it now.
Where are we going, guys? Where do you think the picks are going to go?
Mike is saying Birch or Farmer.
Yeah. I was going to say Birch too, Mike. That's our next golden goose. He's actually a spade as well.
Yeah.
So going that order, it would be Jordan Birch and Ty Felton are both gold. And then Jacob Bayer.
Has anybody confirmed in the chat that that we just lost Darius Alexander to the Giants? I haven't seen
Yes.
yet. It is true. Okay.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah. And Jerry, thank you for the super chat. I don't know if I thank you. Thank you for the super chat.
So now, according to our board, the best defensive interior lineman is going to be Deion Walker, and then it dips down a tier to Ty Robinson, and then Jamari Caldwell, and then one of my favorites, Aeneas Peebles. So there are a few guys still, and also there's CJ West still hanging around there with Jordan Phillips and Joshua Farmer. So we got some guys on the board still.
Yeah. Coach Lynn asks, is Landon Jackson still available? He is.
Sure is. 33
spot. Savone Rebel, 27. Doris Sanders, 17. Those are the top 3 prospects on our board still available.
Jack Sawyer's still on the board too, isn't he?
Yeah. We also got Xavier Watts in the 37 spot. Jalen Milroe, 44. Ashton Gelati, 46. Jack Sawyer, 50. It's weird how they come in a flurry, like the picks are moving fast and it
just slows down. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's on the clock now, Jacob, on your screen?
The Giants have just made their pick, and the Chiefs are on the clock.
Chiefs getting those picks that close together. Wow.
Looks like, yeah, they got one in a trade.
Trade, yeah.
They did a trade, right?
Try.
Coach Lynn says A.M. Minor is still on the board. I do not like him. I saw somebody say that Tesla just went, but I can't believe that, right?
Yeah, Alec A. Minor is still on the board. Tieran
Riles is still on the board.
Right under his truck. I mean, there's a handful of really good receivers still there, but
there's a bunch of guys in that tier.
Yeah.
4 or 5 receivers in the same tier.
Yep.
Yeah, J. Cole, I know KC was looking for a running back. Who would that be? Caleb Johnson's the best right here?
Caleb Johnson, Cam Scatterbo, Dylan Sampson.
I want to talk to Sampson.
I'll tell you,
Sampson, you know what I want?
running back I like a lot out of Miami, Damian Martinez.
Cosell said that he was one of the most underrated running backs in the draft.
Man, it's like the draft is at a standstill. Is it because they're cranking up the third round? Is that what it is?
It could be, right? We just
they had
they
had a bunch of different armed services people on the stage that they were doing like a special salute to.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just a pause in between the starting of the rounds.
Rick Kruger asking the important questions here. Is Buckets on the board? Buckets Goldenberg.
Hey, I wish Buckets was on the board, man.
Yeah, we could use a guy like that, right?
So, it's pretty cool walking through the Hall of Fame and for the first time noticing this Packer Hall of Fame football in there. Pretty darn cool.
Left guard, 5'10", 185. It's like
I'll tell you this.
And he was also the punter and also the kicker.
If you guys haven't been to the Hall of Fame in a couple of years, go.
Yeah.
They have, man, some of the stuff they've done in there is just phenomenal. They had I need to post it on there. I've got the picture, matter of fact. I'll send it to DM and pull it up. They had Goody's old draft board from 2022 recreated with everybody's first round grade, second round grade, third round grade.
Yep.
Really, really cool. Christian Watson had a first round grade.
First round grade, yep.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'll see if I can get that pulled up. It might be hard to see on here, but.
In the chat, let us know if you see anybody tipping that Chiefs pick. I feel like they've been on the clock here for a minute. Claims the pick is in. Thunder, don't be saying that in the chat. Come on, man.
What are they saying, Jacob? They be
oh, man.
Said maybe Goot will move up and draft Sanders. Don't put that word in my mouth. Oh, wow. That's a good point. Too old for this says that they got Abdul Carter and Darius Alexander and that New York Giants defensive line there. He says, too bad they have Daniel Jones. No, they don't, sir. They do not.
Nope.
They got Jameis Winston and Russell, right?
Messenger Lockton goes to the Chiefs, right?
We got that confirmed.
That's what ESPN's showing.
Oh, yeah. Ashton Giote.
My bad. I thought y'all already.
Rough. Browns are on the clock.
That's right. We'll show y'all some of the photos from earlier today. We got just a couple of them. We'll show you the Buckets, Goldenberg, football, and all that good stuff real quick while we're waiting on the next pick. Get it up here. Also got a picture of that elk stroganoff y'all are always hearing me talk about. All right, so here's the Buckets. Here's the Buckets, Goldenberg.
Charles Buckets Goldenberg.
That looks like him.
Guard, running back, personal bodyguard. Fought in the war.
40 KIA. The Pacific.
Right there. That'll put you in the bed at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Right there. The elk stroganoff. Ooh, so good. And then I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably can't. Yeah, it's going to be too hard to see. But this is the draft board they recreated from Goody. First round, second round, third. They actually had Devontae Wyatt, Quay Walker, and Christian Watson all have first round grades, which explains why Goody traded up in the second to get Christian Watson. So, pretty cool stuff. Anyways, pleasure was. Emilio, welcome to the party here, sir.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Emilio! You getting the camera pin?
I'll get the camera.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. You want to take over the vertical board for me? I haven't touched the horizontal.
Are you kidding me?
Emilio,
You haven't touched the horizontal board.
I've been so busy over here, man.
You've been busy.
Been working like a dog. You're out there drinking with the Lambeau faithful. I ain't stupid. This ain't my first day off, buddy.
Yeah. How we looking?
Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back, sir. Take it back. Take it back. Take it on back. Take it on back. Take it on back. All right, now turn it back toward Emilio.
We're good.
Right there.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
All right, thanks.
Got Pecos Bill in here now. Pecos Bill.
Clayton, where them chips at? I'm gonna throw some nachos in here. Get the dip going. It'll be convenient. Right over.
Just right in the hat.
Bam, right in the hat.
Someone was asking if I had guac in there at the stadium.
Are they such a racist bag?
Ron says Belton is a spitter. LOL, he got ejected. All right, I like him a little more now. All right.
Unbelievable. I'll tell you, I'm not going to be surprised if he goes out there and just kicks ass. We hear about him in camp. This dude's battling for a starting job. Wouldn't surprise me.
I'm telling you.
So.
I mean, think about it. They took him in the second round, right? And we were just talking about that draft board that we seen today. They definitely had a second round grade on him. They probably had a high second round grade on him for them to take him.
It would be just like the Hopper pick, like where it's like, why we had no idea what Hopper was doing, but hey, we wanted to take him in the third. Like that's the exact. I mean, you're just bringing in a little bit of competition for Travis Glover. That's all that really matters.
But to that point, Emil, if it's like the Hopper pick, are we happy with the Hopper pick a year later? I mean, that's my point. And now we're doing it in the second versus the third.
He didn't have a lot of time to play. If Quay's starting and Coops are behind him.
Yeah. Are you saying we should have started Hopper over Edgerrin Cooper?
No, I'm just saying that.
You see what I'm saying? Like
I don't like the pick.
You don't like the Hopper pick?
At this point, I
don't
think
like the Belton pick.
Say that again, sorry.
You don't like the Hopper or the Belton pick?
I would argue right now, not either, but I'm willing to be obviously that I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong for both of them. I don't know. I'm just saying comparing the Hopper pick to the Belton pick isn't the best way to convince me at this point is what I mean.
That's fair.
I mean, Edgerrin Cooper was the highest graded rookie player last year.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way Hopper's going to see the field is if he's better than Cooper. So
yeah, that's tough.
It's almost like quarterbacks in Green Bay for the longest time. Teams would go try to get our backup quarterbacks because our quarterbacks are so good, right? So this is just like Jordan Morgan to me. People are like, "Oh, Jordan Morgan's a bust." How the hell do we know that? We haven't even seen him yet, right? Well, why haven't we seen him? He got banged up, and he was starting to take the starting job from Sean Ryan. That's what gives me hope, right?
Yeah. Harold Fannin looks like he's gone. He went to the Browns.